미국의 대표적인 방송사 CBS, 그곳의 간판 시사고발 프로그램인 60분의 프로듀서 버그먼은 헤즈볼라의 수장을 직접 설득하기 위해서 레바논에 도착합니다.
Please to explain why I should agree to interview with pro-Zionist American media.
You've seen 60 Minutes and Mike Wallace, so you know our reputation for integrity and objectivity. You also know...
Tell him I will see him day after tomorrow.
That's good, that works.
엄청난 경력을 가진 버그먼은 위험조차 마다하지 않는 취재 방식으로 유명했고 한 번 물면 끝까지 밀어붙이는 집요한 인물이었죠.
Hello? Hi, it's me. We're on.
한편 미국의 한 회사에서는 즐거운 파티가 한창이었지만 그곳에 어울릴 수 없었던 한 남자는 조용히 짐을 챙긴 후 쓸쓸하게 밖으로 향합니다. 비싼 차 그리고 으리으리한 저택,
I didn't know you were home.
아름다운 아내와 어여쁜 두 딸까지.
She's playing with my poo doll again.
Who's Dusty, sweetheart? He's Dusty and you breathed him in.
비록 큰 딸에겐 전식이 있었지만 와이건은 모든 것을 가진 남자였습니다.
What are those boxes?
I got fired this morning.
What are we supposed to do? What about our medical coverage? What about our health? Car payments, payments on this house.
There's a severance agreement that includes cash payouts over time and continuing medical coverage.
I'm very pleased to receive you as my guest, Mr. Wallace.
Thank you for having us.
월러스는 CBS 60분의 메인 앵커로 버그먼과 오랜 시간 동안 호흡을 맞춰오고 있었죠.
Okay, we are rolling.
Americans believe that you, as an Islamic fundamentalist, that you are a leader.
이번에도 한 건 제대로 해낸 버그먼은 집으로 돌아와서 휴식 중이었는데
Will we go on camera and talk about the Mexico City branch?
Dad, you got a box
Let me see what's this.
다신인을 알 수 없는 소포가 도착했습니다.
Mission propensity. You understand any of this?
No.
It's got to be Philip Morris, huh? Oh, hi, Doug. It's Lola. I'm doing this story on fire safety and people burning up from falling asleep smoking. I receive a shitload of scientific papers from inside Philip Morris. Anonymous. You or anybody in FDA know someone who can translate this stuff in English for me?
그렇게 전화번호 하나를 받게 되죠.
This is the Wygans. If you'd like to leave a message or send a fax, start now.
This is Lowell Bergman with 60 Minutes, and I'm doing a story on fire safety in cigarettes. I have scientific documents from a tobacco company.
하지만 와이건은 아무런 응답이 없었고 이번에는 팩스를 통해 그의 시선을 끌어보기로 합니다.
If you're curious to meet me, at the Sealbach Hotel in Louisville, reading the New York Times tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Look, I really don't have that much time.
Is there anything you want to know about me, Mr. Wygan?
I know what I have to know.
When I talk to people in confidence, it stays that way. I still do the tough stories. 60 Minutes reaches a lot of people.
Let me see the documents. Fire safety product study for Philip Morris. I can very easily explain this to you in layman's terms because it's from another company. But that's as far as I go.
As far as you go where?
This issue is a drop in the bucket. I can talk to you about what's in here, but I signed a confidentiality agreement. I honor agreements. How much would I get paid?
10, 12,000.
I've worked as a head of research and development for Brown & Williamson Tobacco Company. I was a corporate vice president.
그렇게 와이건은 자료를 분석해 주기로 하는데 머금어는 와이건의 태도를 통해 뭔가 심상치 않은 일이 숨겨져 있다고 생각합니다.
I want you to get legal on a corporate confidentiality agreement. It's the boundaries of their constraint. Kentucky state law about...
Mr. Wagon, you can go up now.
You had a chance to play golf?
What did you want to see me about?
Now, I know you understood the nature of the confidentiality portion of your severance agreement with Brown & Williamson, Jeff.
Chapter and verse.
Yeah, I know you do. Now, the work we did here is confidential, not for public scrutiny.
The severance package is fair. I have no intention of violating my confidentiality agreement.
So we've drafted a supplement to your agreement. It broadly defines and expands in more detail what is confidential.
And if I don't?
If we arrive at the conclusion that you're acting in bad faith, we would terminate right now payouts under your severance package, you and your family's medical benefits, and initiate litigation against you, Mr. Wigand.
On top of the humiliation of being fired, you threaten me? You threaten my family? Well, fuck you! Protect your sources? You screwed me! You sold me out!
What are you talking about? Where are you?
Fuck you too! Stay away from me. You stay away from me.
그리고 다음 날 머그먼이 나타나죠.
This is my house. In front of my wife, my kids. I did not give you up to anyone. Think. Use your head. How do I operate as a journalist? By screwing the people who could provide me with information before they provided me with it. I don't burn people.
Drive with me while I take the girls to school. My little girl has acute asthma. And I'm unemployed, so I have to protect my medical coverage.
They're afraid of you, aren't they?
They should be.
Like, where'd you work before Brown & Williamson?
Johnson & Johnson. CEO of Johnson & Johnson. When he found out that some lunatic had put poison in Tylenol bottles, he just pulled Tylenol off every shelf at every store right across America instantly. But he's also a man of science. So he's not going to allow his company to put on a shelf a product that might hurt people. Not like the Seven Dwarfs.
Seven Dwarfs?
7 CEOs of Big Tobacco. I got him in front of Congress that time. It was on television.
Yeah. Swore under oath that they know nothing about addiction, disease.
It was on C-SPAN, yeah.
If you got vital insider stuff, the American people for their welfare really do need to know, and you feel impelled to disclose it and violate your agreement in doing so. That's one thing.
I gotta go pick up the girls. I only had half a day.
I believe that nicotine is not addictive.
He referred to this, the Seven Dwarfs.
What Seven Dwarfs?
The 7 CEO of Big Tobacco referred to this, said they should be afraid of him.
Well, it isn't cigarettes are bad for you.
Hardly new news.
No shit.
Because of this guy's confidentiality agreement, he's never going to be able to talk to you.
But this is a public health issue, like an unsafe airframe on a passenger jet or some company dumping cyanide into the East River. Issues like that. He can talk, we can air it. They've got no right to hide behind a corporate agreement. Pass the note.
$600 million a year in outside legal? Tie him up in litigation for 10 or 15 years, I'm telling you, they bat 1,000 every time. He knows that. That's why he's not going to talk to you.
What if he were compelled? I mean, compelled by a Justice Department.
How does it cut through the confidentiality agreement?
And where does he get? I mean, does he have killer attorneys?
I don't think he's got any attorneys. Will he go for it?
I'm trying to start a new career. And not a lot of companies in the healthcare field hire ex-tobacco scientists.
와이건은 교사가 되기 위한 면접을 보고 오랫동안 살았던 집에서 나가야만 했습니다.
Our babies were born. I didn't plan on this.
Hey. More time. More time together. This is gonna be better.
그렇게 새로운 집으로 이사를 오게 됐는데
Who's that outside, Daddy? In the backyard.
This is Daddy's desk, okay? Why don't you just sit up at the desk? Something like that? You stay down here until Daddy gets back, all right, Barbara? You stay down here.
그는 뒷뜰에서 수상한 발자국을 발견하죠.
Yeah.
Lowell, Jeffrey Wygant.
You okay?
Somebody may be following me. I don't know. They came on the property. They're doing it to make me feel paranoid. They're doing it for real. I don't give a shit what I think. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Jeffrey, describe for me in detail what happened.
No, look, I mean, there was a footprint. Forget it. You know, it's probably not important at all.
이렇게 불안한 일상이 계속됐고 며칠 뒤 버그먼과 만납니다.
If you decide to go on 60 Minutes, I gotta know everything about why you were fired.
Why?
They're gonna dig up stuff from your past, they're gonna throw it at you. I gotta know what they're gonna throw.
I drink. A couple occasions more than I should have. Pushed Leanne one time. We were both stressed out because of the pressure. She went to her mother's.
와이건은 방송 출연을 망설이고 있었죠.
Because when you're done, a judgment is gonna go down in the court of public opinion, my friend.
You believe that? You believe that because you get information out to people, something happens. Maybe for the audience, it's just voyeurism, something to do on a Sunday night, and maybe it won't change a fucking thing. I have to put my family's welfare on the line here, my friend, and what are you putting up? You're putting up words.
Words. While you've been dicking around some fucking company golf tournaments, I've been out in the world giving my word and backing it up with action.
버그먼은 이번 일을 꼭 성사시키고 싶었기에 담배 회사와 소송 경력이 있는 변호사를 와이건에게 붙여주려 합니다.
Well, he may tape an interview with us, and we believe if his testimony showed up in a court record first, it would free him up from his confidentiality agreement and give him some protection.
It could work. If it's public record, it's public record.
So is your man truly committed?
Well, actually, no. Well, he's on the fence. That's the point.
They're terrorizing us. Death threats, my family, my kids.
Whoa, what are you talking about?
Someone put a bullet in my mailbox.
Jeff, call the FBI.
Right away.
They do this with impunity. So fuck them. I want tape. I'm done.
I heard you. Good. But Jeff.
I'll call them, Lowell.
Yes, sir. What caliber is your gun?
You think I put the bullet in the mailbox myself?
출동한 FBI는 와이건의 총을 조사하고 컴퓨터 본체까지 가져가 버리죠.
I'll go on that much personal correspondence. Letters to my brother, my will.
Your agents in that office are acting improperly. Now, who are they trying to protect?
I'll give it a look.
You're getting my drift.
I'll give it a look.
How are the rooms? Comfortable?
Yes, very. Do you know, I enjoy your work so much.
You think we could talk about the taping, tomorrow's taping, just so we can get it out of the way?
What are you taping?
I'm doing an interview.
Do you know what they will do to us? I'm sorry.
Who are these people?
What the hell do you expect? Grace and consistency?
와이건은 아내의 반대에도 촬영을 강행하고
That he believed nicotine was not addictive.
I believe Mr. Sandifer perjured himself because I watched those testimonies very carefully.
담배 회사들의 증언을 정면으로 반박합니다.
You're saying that Brown and Williamson manipulates and adjusts the nicotine fix, but by enhancing the effect of nicotine through the use of chemical elements, such as ammonia.
It allows for the nicotine to be more rapidly absorbed in the lung and therefore affect the brain and central nervous system. When I came on board at B&W, they had tried to transition from Coumarin to
With ignoring health considerations consciously?
Most certainly.
그들은 중독성을 높이기 위해 치명적인 발암 물질을 의도적으로 첨가시켰습니다. 와이건의 인터뷰 녹화는 회사에 치명적인 타격을 줄 만한 폭로였지만 진짜 싸움은 이제부터였습니다. 와이건은 담배 회사와 소송 중인 법정에서 전문가 증인으로 서야 했고 그의 증언이 공식적인 법적 기록으로 남아야만 CBS 역시 방송을 내보낼 수 있었죠.
Mr. Scruggs, Jeff Wygand, Lowell Bergman said I should give you a call.
My co-counsel, Ron Motley, and I have filed a lawsuit against the tobacco industry on behalf of the state of Mississippi.
When should we do this?
그리고 버그먼은 경호원까지 붙여주게 됩니다.
You got your own security now. A friend owns a large security company.
I'm going to be a witness for them in that litigation.
I know I'm going to go there tonight.
I don't think I can do this. I'm so sorry.
Can we talk about this when I get back?
Yes, Jeffrey.
Jeff! You've been served.
Now, what this one is a temporary restraining order, a gag order, issued by a Kentucky court. They tried to get the Mississippi court to honor it, but the judge threw it out. However, for you, there is a more perilous effect to the gag order.
I'm not free to testify here.
They can find you in contempt, and they can incarcerate you. And you ought to know that.
How does one go to jail?
You may not be able to do this thing, and I hope you don't withdraw. I guess we'd all understand it if you did.
와이건이 전문가 증언을 하려는 소송은 미시시피 주정부의 공익소송이었지만 이제 켄터키 법원의 함구 명령으로 불이익을 당할 가능성이 높아졌습니다.
I heard about the Kentucky gag order.
I don't know what to do.
Would you please ask Mr. Motley if he expects his witness to appear or not? Thank you.
Let's go to court.
Okay, Jeff, I'm going to sit you down at that table over there. This is a sworn deposition. There's no judge. It's not a trial.
That is correct.
In other words, it acts as a drug.
Object to the form of question.
It acts as a drug on the body.
Object to the form.
It acts as a drug.
Object!
Will you then go in here? Your objection's been recorded. Does it act
Dr.
as a drug?
White, in accordance to the terms of the contractual obligations undertaken by you.
Ups and downs and middles. So what? This is the sovereign state of Mississippi's proceeding. Wipe that smirk off your face! Dr. Wagon's deposition will be part of this record. And I'm going to take my witness's testimony whether the hell you like it or not. Answer the question, Doctor.
Yes, it produces a physiological response, which meets the definition of a drug. It has a pharmacological effect that crosses the blood-brain barrier intact.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Run that sand of a piece on nicotine's not addictive. One great Mississippi, Mike.
Good.
And since we're the only ones with the story, I believe we're sitting on an exclusive.
와이건은 마침내 집으로 돌아오지만 그를 반긴 건 그리웠던 가족이 아닌 싸늘한 공기와 적막함 뿐이었습니다. 한편 버그먼에게도 예상치 못한 위기가 찾아오는데
I thought we'd get together because there's a legal concept that has been getting some new attention recently.
CBS 법률 고문이 와이건의 인터뷰 방송에 제동을 걸기 시작한 거였죠.
Well, with tortious interference, I'm afraid the greater the truth, the greater the damage. And CBS was sued by Brown & Williamson. The Brown & Williamson Tobacco Company could own CBS. You're getting ahead of yourself. We're all in this together. We're all CBS. We'll find out soon.
그리고 아니나 다를까 최악의 소식이 들려옵니다.
There has been so much soul searching about this Wigand. I've decided we should cut an alternate version of the show without his interview.
I'm not touching my film.
I'm afraid you are.
No, I'm not.
We're doing this with or without you, Lowell.
Allowed lawyers to determine the news content on 60 Minutes. I discovered this. SEC filing, the sale of CBS Corporation. If Tish can unload CBS for $81 a share to Westinghouse and then is suddenly threatened with a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit from Brown & Williamson, that could screw up the sale, could it not? More vested interests. Persons who will profit from this merger. Ms. Helen Caparelli, General Counsel of CBS News, $3.9 million. Mr. Eric Cluster, President of CBS News, $1.4 million.
CBS does not do that. And you're questioning our journalistic integrity.
No, I'm questioning your hearing. You pay me to go get guys like Wigand, to draw him out, to get him to trust us, to get him to go on television. I do. I deliver him. He sits, he talks. He violates his own fucking confidentiality agreement. Are we gonna air it?
But oh no, not you. You won't be satisfied unless you're putting the company at risk.
What are you? Are you a businessman or are you a newsman? Putting our whole reason for doing what we do on the line.
Hello?
What?
I'm with Don on this.
믿었던 월러스마저 돌아서자 버그먼의 세계는 완전히 무너져 버립니다.
Jeffrey Wigand.
How are you? How's the family, okay?
Leanne has filed for divorce. I see the girls a couple of days a week.
I don't know how to say this, Jeff, except to just say it right out. So I'll say it. They do not want to air it. B&W may have threatened litigation. CBS is on the block.
For my kids to have seen it, and to know why I've put them through what I did.
The public airing of that, the testament to why I did what I did, you're telling me is not going to see the light of day.
Jeff.
Ms. Wigand?
It hasn't been Mrs. Wigand for some time.
7 months after we were married, we found out that I had multiple sclerosis.
Mention that part of the executive summary and in the chapters.
브라운 앤 윌리엄슨에선 와이건이라는 사람을 흠집내기 시작하고
You're taking no for an answer?
No, I'm not going to take no for an answer. No.
I don't think so. Take a look at this. He will lie about his whole life. Who's going to believe him about anything he says? The Wall Street Journal is doing a major story, and I think the Post. The version without the interview is going to air the week after next.
You never told me you were married before, that you had a daughter.
Well, how is that any of your business?
If they catch you in a lie, they can paint everything with that brush. Do you understand? Everything you say.
I was young, confused. We didn't handle it the right way. I told the truth.
It's not about telling the
truth and prove
That's not the fucking point, whether you told the truth or not.
I told the truth.
I am trying to protect you, man.
Well, I hope you improve your batting average.
They're cutting the interest rate.
Flirt?
It's Lowell. Are you guys planning to do a piece on a former top executive in Big Tobacco?
You bet we are, and I can't talk to you now.
No, we gotta hook up.
Sure, where?
When's your deadline?
Monday.
Push it. What? And if I'm right, are you gonna put the journal's reputation behind a story that's gonna blow up in your face?
I'll take a look at what you got, but I'm not moving any deadlines because you say so.
이때부터 버그먼은 모든 수단을 동원해서 인터뷰를 내보내기로 결심합니다. 먼저 와이건에 대한 불법 조사 정황을 알아내려 했고
Jeffrey Wagon? Yeah, I cited him.
CBS is under criticism because the CBS News program 60 Minutes will not be presenting an interview.
What the hell are you doing?
회사의 내부 사정을 다른 방송국에 제보하기도 합니다.
I'm not going to fire you, okay? Take a vacation, now!
Where are you going?
You've been banished. In lieu of being fired.
Do me a favor, will you spare me? For God's sake, get in the real world. What do you think? I'm going to resign in protest? To force it on the air? The answer is no. I don't plan to spend the end of my days wandering in the wilderness of national public radio. That decision I've already made.
Including the tough tactics tobacco companies employ to keep a lid on information that might be damaging. Is there information that people should have that they're not going to have because you're not going to broadcast this interview?
Yes.
Today, CBS News President...
Where the hell's the rest? You cut it! I'm trying to band-aid a situation here, and you're too dim to...
Mike.
Try Mr. Wallace. I've been in this profession 50 fucking years. You and the people you work for are destroying the most respected, the highest rated, the most profitable show on this network.
Here. These are their leads, their sources.
I'll push it for a week. Milo and Sue and go through it.
그리고 월스트리트에 관련 자료를 전부 넘겨버립니다.
What do you want to buy him for a gift?
There's Dad on TV.
이제 뉴스는 와이건의 이야기로 떠들썩 하게 되죠.
That insider was formerly a highly placed executive with a tobacco company. But we cannot broadcast what critical information about tobacco, addiction, and public health. The management of CBS has told us CBS could be faced with a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. And your confidentiality agreement with is still in force?
Yes, it is.
For major cigarette manufacturers.
You disappeared on me.
All right, what did you think?
I think it was a disgrace.
Mr. Wygand, Mr. Bergman is on the telephone.
No, you can't. Tell him to get on the fucking phone!
He told me to tell you to get on the fucking phone!
You manipulated me into this.
That's bullshit, Jeff.
You greased the rails.
I greased the rails for a guy who wanted to say yes. I helped him to say yes, that's all.
Staring at the Brown and Williamson building. It's all dark except the 10th floor. That's the legal department. That's where they fuck with my life.
I'm running out of heroes, man. Guys like you are in short supply. I'm Lowell Bergman. I'm from 60 Minutes. You know, you take the 60 Minutes out of that sentence, nobody returns your phone call.
So it's a big country with a free press. You can go work somewhere else.
Free press? Press is free. Anyone who owns one.
버그먼은 미시시피 검찰과도 협력하는데 와이건의 증언이 법적으로 보호받는 공익 발언임을 확인하려는 거였죠. 그리고 마침내 와이건이 그랬던 것처럼 버그먼도 자신의 인생을 걸기로 결심합니다. 그리고 뉴욕타임즈에 전화를 걸죠.
Hello. Jim, it's Lowell. CBS Corporate leaned on CBS News, which yanked an interview we did with a top-ranking tobacco scientist, corporate officer.
60 Minutes is letting CBS Corporate decide what is or is not news?
How prominent? What kind of placement?
Call me back in 10.
Lowell.
All right, Lowell, page 1, editorial's interested, let's talk. Hey, it doesn't work, you burn your bridges, man.
You ready?
이렇게 버그먼의 폭로는 뉴욕타임즈를 통해 세상에 퍼지게 됐고 월러스는 버그먼을 찾아옵니다.
When I came on this job, I came with my word intact. I'm gonna leave with my word intact. Fuck the rules of the game.
In the real world, when you get to where I am, how will I be regarded in the end? After I'm gone. History only remembers most what you did last. And should that be fronting a segment that allowed a tobacco giant to crash this network, it accuses us of betraying the legacy of Edward R. Murrow.
They conclude most of it seems pretty unsubstantiated.
뉴욕타임즈의 보도는 엄청난 반향을 일으키고 와이건에 대한 흠집 내기는 실패로 돌아갑니다. 그리고 CBS의 명예는 크게 실추되게 되었죠.
Has been vilified in the New York Times, in print, on television, for caving to corporate
The New York
interests.
Times ran a blow-by-blow of what we talked about behind closed doors. You fucked us.
No, you fucked you. Big Tobacco tried to smear Wygand. You bought it. The Wall Street Journal here, not exactly a bastion of anti-capitalist sentiment, refutes Big Tobacco's smear campaign as the lowest form of character assassination. You're still standing here debating.
Mike, you tell him.
You fucked up, Don.
Yeah, it's old news. Stick with me like always. We'll be okay.
We caved. It's foolish. It's simply dead wrong.
이렇게 와이건은 다시 일상으로 돌아갈 수 있었고 CBS는 정정 보도를 하게 됩니다.
CBS management wouldn't let us broadcast our original story and our interview with Jeffrey Wygand.
Is an industry that has perpetrated the biggest fraud on the American public in history.
If you ask me, would I do it again? Do I think it's worth it? Yeah, I think it's worth it.
You won.
I quit, Mike.
It all worked out. You came out okay in the end?
What do I tell a source on the next tough story? Hang in with us, you'll be fine, maybe. What got broken here doesn't go back together again.